understand the whole point of me asking for donations isn't because I want to go get some red bottoms. It isn't because I want to go on a cruise. It isn't because I want to be flown out to Dubai and shit like that. I'm trying to get me and my son out of this goddamn hotel room and into a stable environment. Okay, and the only way I can do that is if I save up enough money, if I'm making enough money, if I'm making enough earnings on social media. I cannot work a regular job for 4 hours a day. All I got is 4 hours a day to spare. I cannot work a regular job, only working 4 hours and make enough money to be able to take care of me and my son. That's why I asked for donations. My son's first appointment with his neurologist is next Monday. Okay, even once he's diagnosed with autism, because he hasn't been diagnosed yet, even though he's getting his evaluation at school, he's getting an IEP at school. Everybody knows he has autism. Everyone who's dealing with him clearly knows he has it. But in order for us to get any funds or any resources from the government, he has to be officially diagnosed. So next week, we do our first appointment with a neurologist, and then we have another one on the 11th. Once those two are done, then he will be diagnosed with autism. Then we have to go through another set of evaluations and intake processes for any type of program out there that we could sign up for that will give me resources financially for my son. Now, there's another problem. Donald Trump, with his fucking executive orders, he's trying to pull funding away from ABA therapy. If you don't know what ABA therapy is, it's basically for autistic kids, and a lot of times the waiting list for that shit is 5 and 6 years long. Okay, the waiting list for all of these resources that people claim we have as autism parents, those resources, those waiting lists for those resources be a long time. It took me 6 months to get a referral for my son to see a neurologist just for his autism diagnosis. So imagine how many other parents who have autistic kids who never got ABA therapy in general, right? Or was on a waiting list for ABA therapy in general. And now Donald Trump is talking about defunding it, and it won't be a thing for people who have not neurodivergent children. So I'm dealing with a lot here, not being able to work and can't really get the funding that I need because your president is pulling away from any kind of funding we can get and help we can get. And the help be a little bit, even with the IHSS program, paid parent caregiver program that I wanted to sign up for parents who have children with disabilities, even that is only maybe $14 to $17 an hour. Can you live off $14 to $17 an hour? And that's just a 40-hour work week. And let's say that, and I'm just guesstimating that because it depends on what level of autism justice is on for them to give me a certain amount of money, and I have to log in hours. So that's 40 hours. Let's say I'm doing half of that. Let's say I'm only doing 25 hours and they're giving me money that's 25 hours worth. It's not enough money. So the only way I'm going to be able to survive through this is if I do my social media content and start making money here as well and turn it around and selling products. And at this point, I have no idea what product I could possibly sell that has something to do with autism awareness and the way that I'm switching my life. You guys don't understand how hard it's been for me to go from being this entrepreneur who was making financial wellness content, writing all these financial wellness books, talking about relationships and shit, going on TV shows and having speaking engagements, being a life coach that everybody rely on for fucking advice, to turn around not doing any of that shit and rebranding and starting all over and trying to figure out how I'm going to make money. That's already hard in itself. So when I go on my comment section or I go on my page, the last thing I want to see on it is people misjudging me, having conversations about my son's father, talking about me in so many derogatory ways that I just gotta just block people. And I hate that I have to do that because I don't want to block people. I want you guys to come into my space on this side of the internet and have compassion and sympathy for me and be entertained when I do post content that you are interested in. But I'm telling you like this, a lot of that content that I used to do that was about relationships, I'm so tired of seeing it. Even my reaction videos, the reaction videos that y'all love so much. Oh my God. I'm so sick of looking at relationship content because some of the stuff I know people are saying on social media just because they want the shock and awe and the money that comes with it. Okay. A lot of people have sold themselves short and they're saying just about anything on social media just to get some bread. Okay. So I'm not the only person that's on social media posting something because of financial restraint. Now, I do want to do mom content. I do want to do autism awareness, but at the same time, it's like my viewership is going down because of it. Because you're also used to relationship content that suddenly that switch, that moving over to parenting and talking about family, that's not as appealing because it's not as dramatic. It's about Black family and healing families and working together and community. And a lot of times you can lose viewership when you post that kind of content. As a life coach, right? Remember, I've been a life coach for a long time. Any of the positive content, you can look on my profile right now on Facebook, right? You go look on my profile on Facebook, you'll see where I was posting like positive quotes and positive things for people and worshiping God and doing whatever. Most of that stuff don't get half of the hits that all of this dramatic stuff that y'all be wanting me to talk about get. And so it's very difficult for me to switch over when social media, these apps and these algorithms want to feed on your insecurities. They want to feed on negativity. They want to show you stuff that makes you feel emotional and passionate and triggering. Meanwhile, I'm like, I can't focus on that stuff when I got to stay positive to be able to be a decent mother to my son. So then it's like, well, maybe you should get off social media then. Okay, then where am I going to make some money from? You see what you see the dilemma here? It's just like, I can't just shut off social media and be done with it. I can't, because I need for this to be a place where I generate some income. So I be wanting suggestions, right? I be wanting suggestions. I want positive things, especially from women. And unfortunately, y'all starting to be just as bad as the Dusties. And y'all do this a lot, especially when women are being called out. I've been calling out women being insecure ever since yesterday. And my comment section has been awful. Women coming in my comment section and being toxic and thinking it's okay. And that shit is weird. Let me tell you something. You got to be secure as fuck in your relationships with your men. Okay. If you're not secure in your relationship with your men, it doesn't matter what he's doing. You are going to feel some type of way every time he tells you the truth about his situation. And this goes back to this woman who randomly hit me up when her husband told her that it was just a donation, but she decided to hit me up anyway to see if I was fucking her husband. Okay? Stop doing that to the men you are involved with. These men who love you and take care of you and decide that they want to be kind and say hello to a woman. Just hello. Just hello. You're looking at him like, and then go question a woman, why my man saying hey to you? We don't control your man. We do not control your man. We control how we move. We do not control them. We don't know their motives. We don't know what's in their head. So if you can't even figure out what's going on with your man, your own man who you deal with every day, you wake up next to, you talk to all day, every day, you can't figure it out. What makes you think a strange woman gonna give you the answers that you're looking for? Especially if you asked him how he's dealing with other women and he tell you and you don't believe him. That's all on you, sis. That's all on you. Shut up, Mark. I don't like you. I'm playing. You my guy. You know you my guy. I don't know why you. This dude right here is the undustiest Dusty I've ever met. He's so not a Dusty, but he swears up and down he's a Dusty, and he's not a fucking Dusty. He's not a fucking Dusty. Anyway, so ladies, listen to me, okay? I know you feel like your man is your business and you are owed some type of explanation from other women when you can't control your man or understand what's going on with your man. Don't feel entitled. Don't feel entitled. A lot of people do not like how I responded to this woman when she came to me and she said, "Are you fucking my husband?" And I was like, ask your husband, am I fucking your husband? Like, no, bitch. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? No. I think she just, because people are saying $500 is a lot to give somebody for a donation. And it's just like, no, it's not. Because let me tell you why it's not. For people who are supposedly in a financial, who are not in a financial bind, that's chump change to them. And so I'm so used to being around people who think $300 is chump change because of the way that I used to live. When I see someone give me $500, $300, I'm like, oh, okay, like thanks. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, my friends have done that. So when people give me like $9 and $10, it doesn't even matter how much you give me. I'm looking at everybody just for the fact that they've given to me. Like, oh my God, thank you. I'm one of those people. Listen, I'm one of those people where I've given so much of myself to my community, my money, my time, my resources, my energy, my knowledge. I've given so much of myself. I've served so many people that when people serve me, right, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, this is how people are supposed to be, right? And I almost feel like emotional on the inside, like so deeply emotionally connected to those people after that, because I